G'day, SPARTANWILLY here, and welcome back to our Motorsport Manager Aston Martin F1 2021 Manager Mod save. So yes, Season 3, Episode 3, Portimao GP, a bit of a Buster Rhymes for you. Second episode of the day and third video of the day, obviously. If you catched my Euros prediction video earlier today, check that out. Just a first sort of real life football video on the channel. Definitely look to take advantage of the Euros, put out some content. Really looking forward to it. Let me know what you think down in the comments who's going to win. Actually do it in the comments of that video, keep it relevant. But we're here for Motorsport Manager today. A very good race last time out. Breeze to a win, a breeze to a 1-2 even. Russell taking the fastest lap as well. So yeah, today Portimao, only 3 days, back-to-back weekends. We got a gearbox that could be done in time. We'll see. Why don't we just forward it ahead? I may as well keep you on for this. It's only 3 days, so we're working the reliability suspension. Gearbox is important. We've already got a not very good gearbox. Oh, that's what we're working on, obviously. Yep, duh. Come on, Spartan. Wake up, mate. Wake up. I don't think it's going to be done in time, to be honest. Let's have a look. Yeah, it will be done. Alright, so that means that this gearbox is essentially useless. So we won't be using that. We won't work on the reliability. What's another good part? Front wing. Let's work on the reliability of that so we can weight strip it a little bit. Can we do them both? No, just do the best one then. 1 day before race. Beautiful work. Gearbox is done. Now we switch from the rear wing and work on the reliability of the gearbox, and we chuck that gearbox straight on the car. Norris will actually have a better gearbox for this weekend, I believe, because we're going to be able to weight strip the hell out of that one. And now we're going to go, what part should we do next? What's the engine? That's what we're going to do next, wasn't it? Just chuck top 10 top speed, or do we even just say take away day? No, it adds 20 top speed for some reason, so we'll do that anyway. Yeah, so that is the engine built. Pit crew, we're going to quickly go through that. Hire, no. And we'll keep saying pit crew as last time out. They were pretty good. And now it is time for Portimao. So very quick sort of turnaround there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, do Q1, Q2 and practice, and I'll see you for Q3. Hopefully have a good weekend. Alright, welcome to Q3, and I regret to inform you that Q2 took similar sort of fashion to Imola. I was trying to think of a word that rhymed with similar, so I could rhyme with Imola, to be honest. But yeah, perfect setups all around. This time Gasly did split our boys. He got second, so hopefully it's a bit more of a contest. But yeah, look, we'll see what happens here. We're going to send him out on the super softs, and then we'll probably send a run on the softs, and then back on the super softs for the third run. 3 runs should be fairly easy with the 117 lap around here. So, and yeah, there it is. So still convincingly top. I have no idea. Maybe it's the weight stripping. For some reason it kicks in Q2. Q1's always close. Like Norris is down in 6th. Russell is still first. So maybe we're going to just, if it keeps happening, we'll just stop ourselves from weight stripping, and we'll just, because we are quite competitive with them in practice without weight stripping. So maybe it just takes it over the edge. It sucks a little bit because in the first race it sort of worked. I mean, we did weight strip in the race, but we didn't for qualifying. So maybe we can look at doing that again. But yeah, we can't just be blasting away by a second every race. It's just not fun to watch. So look, if it happens again in the race where we win by a minute, we'll look to address it. But right now, let's see how we go. Where Gasly could still split us, but doesn't look like Norris is going to improve. But Gasly is improving, and he does split us. Finally, that is what we want to see. Half a second off Russell, and that Red Bull's looking fast. Mercedes have completely dropped off after the first weekend, which is very strange. But yeah, Gasly splits us. So doing really well. I thought Ricciardo was going to be the first driver. It looks like they're actually prioritizing Gasly, so good on him. Yeah, that makes things a bit more interesting for the race. Bring it on. Alright, race day in Portimao. Let us do it. So, soft tyres, race trim. I think our strategy will probably get us over Pierre Gasly today. Let's have a look at the weight stripping. As I said, we almost gained 500 performance on weight stripping. It's a bit ridiculous. Norris doesn't have quite the reliability. I did switch back the engines because I wanted Russell to have the better engine, not the engine, the gearbox, so we could weight strip the gearbox more because they have more reliability. So Norris got the new gearbox, which has shocking reliability. But we've got to remember Russell is the #1 driver and he is defending a world championship. So got to give him the sort of tools to do so. But here we go. 5 red lights and lights out at Portimao. Bad start from Russell. Gasly's going to get past, but he doesn't get convincingly past for the start he had. Norris drops down. This is more of a race. Bring it on, boys. And Russell will very nicely does the switchback move for Gasly. Norris down in 8th, but Russell retakes the lead of this GP and looks to just push ahead in this race. We're going to tell him to go neutral on the old tyre. We're going to follow on board Norris here. He's going to try and make his way back through the field. He actually drops deeper down, but goes down the outside of the Ferrari, out the outside of Verstappen in the Mercedes. Callum Ilott down the road. It's funny that's Ilott's driving for McLaren now. Obviously, Norris used to drive for McLaren. And he will get him on the start-finish straight, and he is having the whale of a time there. And they're still going here. We're going to follow on board this little battle here with Ilott. Chuck it in 2 times. Hopefully, he can start looking ahead now to Leclerc, Hamilton, Ricciardo, and Gasly. Get back that 2nd place. So this is going to be the fight back of Norris. Really? How long are these tyres going to last? 47. Yeah, look, we should probably start conserving them. The other AI are going to have to do 2 stops anyway, but I mean, you're out in front, Russell. You may as well conserve your tyre. Conserving ERS quite well, and we're actually battling with Leclerc already. And Norris will take back 5th place, and he's just overtaking with ease. What a driver Lando Norris is. Will he be able to defend from Leclerc, though, as he pushes on to try and take Hamilton? If he can overtake Hamilton, that'd be a big blow to the challenger who, is struggling. He is struggling to challenge Russell this year for some reason. He had a really good first race, but the second race wasn't there. Third race doesn't look like he's there. He's not on the podium as things stand. Things can obviously change though. As Norris is going to send one down Hamilton. It's a bit too far back for the complete lunge. But we're staying with him here. And he'll do it there onto the last corner there. Back onto the start finish straight. Look, Hamilton's going to come back on turn 1 though. He gets back past. Good little battle here. No front wing loss, please, lads. Come on. Keep it nice and fair. There it is. Norris looks like he's passed, but Hamilton might come back. Hamilton dropped back a little bit, and now he's under pressure from Leclerc, so hopefully Norris can pull away and look towards the podium with the double Red Bull, who I think will be able to overcut anyway. We're going to go forward a little bit here as the Mercedes is staying with us, but looks to slowly fall back. We're going to go ahead in the 4 times. Gasly is falling behind Russell. Russell's going to keep looking after his tyre. We're actually going to tell Norris to look after his tyres a little bit now, as it looks to get in the swing of this race. Gasly has been pushing hard on his tyres. He's going to be the first one in the pits, I believe. But yeah, good little tussle there with Norris. Made things a bit more interesting, but we start to see the Red Bull boys in our view, and they're actually fighting because Gasly's pitted, and Red Bull have had an absolute mare there. They've pitted Gasly and sent him out behind Ricciardo, and he's lost a lot of time. And now it's going to ruin Ricciardo's race as well, the squabbling. So we are looking very good. Because Gasly, we'll wait and see. But obviously, we've lost races with teammates squabbling. So Ricciardo isn't going to come into the pits just yet. Pierre Gasly runs wide, effectively taking himself out of this race, really. But we got still heaps of time to pit. So we're going to monitor this gap to Ricciardo, and Ricciardo will pit. So it's all going to be a pit battle now. We're in 1-2 again. And they're actually going to another set of super stuff because there is actually rain on the horizon. So that's why we're looking after these tyres. I didn't even check for rain because it was meant to be rain in quali, not in the race. But there was no rain in quali now that I think of it. So yeah, it makes sense that there's rain in the race instead. So we have actually strategically wise taken 1-2. The only way we'll lose it now if we do a complete strategy biff, which I don't think we'll do. But don't discount it, but we can see the radar. We know what's going to happen. We've made it work on the dry period on accident. I just have a habit of looking after the tyres because I want to go as long in the race as possible. And the rain begins to fall here in Portimao. And the Red Bulls had a decent little stint there. It's time to pit on the inters though. Where is George Russell on the track? He is just sort of past the pit straight. So onto the inters. It's not going to get to wets. Chuck it on 75% and safe and auto off. Use all the ERS. We'll probably be able to pit Norris. He looks like he's still ages away. So do that. Inters. Park condition 75. I'm not parking this battery. Zoom there. Yeah, he'll do it easy. Chuck it back on auto. And same for Russell. So we'll see how the pits are. All good from Norris. And Russell's going to come in. He's actually on a hot lap. Should we cancel this pit? Nah, don't cancel it. Come in. You can set a fast lap next time. Now, stop pushing these tyres. And yeah, so here we are. And we've actually pitted. And Ricciardo and stuff haven't pitted yet. So we're out on the inters. and they still got a pit stop in them. So just to increase the gap more, we pit earlier than the AI makes some time up in the undercut. So look, the AI are kind of handing us these race results, to be honest. Not being competitive in what was it, Imola, and now with their strategy in Portimao. So yeah. Look, it's to the point where I'm gonna have to start deliberately at this rate. I'm gonna have to start deliberately not playing the game to its full potential, which sucks a little bit. But again, we'll play it by ear. We'll see how we go next time out. But right now, it looks like it's going to be another coast of a race. Maybe I'll bring you guys back at the end of the wet period. We don't want to miss Russell crossing the line we don't want to be in 20 times speed when he crosses the line. But these tyres are actually looking a bit worse for wear as things stand. Obviously pitted a bit earlier than everyone else, but they should make it. We'll tell them to conserve anywho. And yeah, I'll let you guys go on and bring it back towards the end of the race. All right, so I bring you back with about 14 laps to go. We've back on the slicks, and we're actually warming up Russell for a fast lap here. He's got plenty of tyre wear, so he's built. Oh, the gearbox on Russell's car is not looking too sharp apparently. So we'll focus on Russell's fastest lap and come back to that. We're going to give him one more warm up lap to warm up those tyres, get as much ERS in the car as possible, and we're going to send him on a fast. He's already got the fastest lap. We're just doing this just literally for the sake of it. But he's got the tyre wear, may as well. And here we go. ERS is on for the lap. We're going to sort of break it there. Hopefully the traffic ahead won't mess with it too much. A bit more ERS down that straight. As he flies past, just get really past him. Purple in the first sector, loses time in the second sector, however, probably due to the traffic. And now just conserve. He didn't go fastest, but that's probably down to the traffic more than anything. Norris actually using a lot of fuel there. Russell's actually used quite a bit of tyre wear, but with 10 laps to go, I really don't see how we can mess this up. How's that gearbox looking? I totally forgot about that. That's fine. Norris will make it to the end on that gearbox. I can guarantee it, hopefully. But 9 laps to go, another easy race. Again, this strategy played into our hands, though. The car performance was there, I must admit, but Norris's fight back at the start. Russell's little fight back against Gasly, who overtook him, but that lasted a couple corners, and then he was 3 seconds ahead at the end of the second lap, so wasn't really ever going to materialize into anything. But Norris dropped a fair way down the grid. The fight back into second's a good job. The Red Bulls sort of fought with each other, and then of course the rain strategy, and then as you see, they were actually about to lap the teammate, which I mean, it's ironic because Lando lapped Ricardo in Monaco recently. So bit of revenge, I suppose. Russell's got Ricardo's back, but yeah, 3 laps to go. That's mad. First place just overlaps second. Okay, final lap of this race though. Another convincing win for Aston Martin, and we might have to look at some interventions here. As we look to overtake Verstappen for the second time, we cross the final corner here, and he's going to cross the line. Russell with his second win in a row. We're going to jump on board Norris. He's crossing the line in P2. Another massive win for the lads, and we are destroying Mercedes in the championship. Russell is destroying Hamilton. The British boys are 1-2 again. First in Imola, now in Portimao. Good overall performance from the team. Good strategy, Spartan Masterclass we'll call it, compared to the AI, anything's a masterclass. One less stop, and the pit crew did a great job today as well. Yeah, all around fantastic race weekend, cannot argue with that, lapping 8th place twice and then lapping 2nd place, and Daniel Ricciardo actually gets a drive-through penalty, just for good measure. He's on the podium now, that's great. So 2 Brits, 2 Aussies, 2 Aston Martins on the podium. Fantastic to see. I like that podium a lot. Hopefully this podium happens a bit more this year. I love Danny Rick. As an Australian, you gotta love Danny Rick. I think most of the fans love Danny Rick, I think. But yeah, this is a good partnership in real life too. But I'm getting a bit distracted. What a podium it is. First and second again, easy race. We move on to the next. Good job, lads. Alright, so that is that. Now, the interview was again boring, so no point showing that. It was just about Drogovic, whether would sign him. I said yes, because, what do I have to lose? But a great race for us. Great race entertainment, not so much. I mean, Norris' fight back was very interesting. I love seeing the overtaking moves. That was good. Little fight with Hamilton as well. He stayed with us for a bit. So Mercedes do have a bit of life in them, but it's that Red Bull car is probably second best. It's not. Red Bull car is still 5th best on grid, but Pierre Gasly is driving the wheels off it or something. They were just good around that track because they were more there than Mercedes, honestly. So yeah, hopefully we have a good race at Barcelona. We'll work on the car a bit more. We've got 10 days now, so that's a real good time period. Maybe if we dominate that, we'll look at putting an intervention, make the season a bit more interesting. Because right now we've got a 43-point gap on the constructors and a 21-point gap with Russell, and Norris is 1 point behind Hamilton. So pretty ridiculous at the moment. But yeah, I'm playing to the best of my ability and smashing this AI. So can't help myself there. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. If you are, leave a like on the video. It helps other videos out a lot. And consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.